the dark side of living in Las Vegas nobody talks about.
Resorts and a city that never stops selling the dream. But after 13 years of living here, I can tell you there's a side of
13 years, bro, I got 30, let's go.
Vegas
29.
that tourists
Whatever.
never see, and most new residents don't find out until it's too late. Today, I'm gonna show you the dark side of living in Las Vegas. The water drought situation, the rising costs, and the neighborhoods that nobody warns you about. And the challenges that come in living in a city built for tourists, not for residents. So if you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, this is the part that nobody talks about.
Yeah, but everyone ends up thinking that when they come here and they go around the strip and you see houses by the strip, yeah, they look like ass. You know why? Because those people don't have to fix it up to get a whole lot of money to rent it out. That's why. It's pretty simple. But if you go out, if you go up to outside Spring Valley, you go to Summerlin, Sun City, really nice, really nice homes. Some of the nicest homes. So it just depends where you're at. And people like to see that first.
One thing that has dramatically
'Cause it's
changed in
all
Las
next to the
Vegas in
strip.
recent years is the cost of living. Because a lot of people plan to move to Las Vegas thinking it's very cheap. And that used to be—
Who? Who, bro? Nobody does. Who the I'm sorry. Has anyone ever heard that living in Las Vegas is cheap? Anybody? Thank you.
true, but now, not as much. Housing costs have exploded. The median home price towards the end of 2014 in Las Vegas was just $200,000. That was back when the local real estate market was really just trying to get back on its feet and become stable since the recession. Well, flash forward about a decade. The median sales price in Las Vegas for a home hit a record peak of $489,000 in November 2025. Prices jumped so much during COVID that people who bought just a few years ago have equity that they thought they would never have in their home. And those people also locked in really low interest rates, while buyers today are facing both higher prices and higher interest rates.
Yeah, but bro, that's literally everywhere. That's everywhere. Of course here too, but it's everywhere.
The Vegas Valley already had a low housing inventory before COVID started, but the impact of that time is still being felt by many potential buyers today.
The interesting thing for Vegas real estate was that the median home price dropped into the 470s multiple times in the second half of 2025, while inventory was getting close to record highs. These factors, combined with far fewer buyers, caused the Vegas area to be much more of a buyer's market towards the end of the year and increased speculation about the future of the Las Vegas real estate market. The average rent for one bedroom in the valley was $1,146 at the start of 2020.
Oh, okay.
And as of the end of October 2024, that figure had jumped to $1,547, just over a $400 increase according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Yeah, that's $100 a year, bro. That's not that bad.
In comparison, the average rent for one bedroom in the valley was $640 in 2012. Similar to housing prices, rent prices in the Vegas Valley began to drop in 2025 as well, with one September article citing a report that rents were going down faster in Las Vegas than anywhere else in the country. This has helped ease the cost of living for some, but Vegas rents will never go back to what they were 10 years ago. And those HOA fees we have in Vegas can be just $50 a month to hundreds of dollars per month on top of your mortgage. And in more luxury or unique situations, they can be over $1,000 per month. Don't worry though, there are options for places to live that do not have an HOA fee. And then there's car insurance. One Bankrate article showed Nevada drivers pay an average of $1,084 per year for minimum car coverage insurance and $30,568 for a full coverage policy. This is quite a bit more than the national average cost of car insurance, which is just under $2,700 per year for full coverage and $800.
Yeah, it's one of the most expensive countries, or one of the most expensive states that you can get car insurance in, because there's so many accidents and you're going to pay more for car insurance here than anywhere else probably. Like, yeah.
$20 for minimum. add
like
an
that was a
annual
really
smog
complicated
check
way to say that,
requirement
bro.
and registration fees every year, and you're paying thousands just to keep a vehicle legal.
It's same everywhere, bro.
Although they did get lower in towards the end of 2025. The cost of living here doesn't quite
Yeah, gas has actually gone down a lot. So right now, gas is actually like prime right now in 2026. So you heard it here first.
match the marketing hype that it used to before COVID. But even then, this is just the beginning. What I'm about to show you next is something that causes no shortage of people to regret moving here within the first year.
I know this part too.
Let's talk about the growing concern over the water crisis that has been gradually getting more and more attention in recent decades, and how that impacts people's daily lives here in Las Vegas in ways they don't even think about until they're actually here. It is a fact that Lake Mead has dropped over 160 feet and lost about 6 trillion gallons of water since the year 2000. The state of Nevada banned planting grass in front of new homes. If you walk through any recently built neighborhood, you're gonna see a bunch of rocks, desert plants, and brown landscaping where green grass used to be allowed years ago. If you want to find a bunch of green grass to play on, you have to go to your community park. For years, the Southern Nevada
You can still do turf.
Water Authority has been offering homeowners rebates for them to remove their natural grass. By 2027, Nevada state law requires the removal of decorative grass in commercial, residential, and HOA managed areas.
Yeah, bro, it's a desert. You're gonna be using way more water than all of your neighbors. That's just not, you just can't have that. If you want to get fancy and choose grass, now you can't do it. Simple as that.
Restrictions are
I mean, is that
something
really
that's
gonna
hit the
stop
Las
people living
Vegas
here?
area too. Back in
Because you want
2022,
grass?
the Las Vegas Valley Water District agreed to help
Because you want another chore? Who cares, dude? Get turf and shut up. It's that simple.
conservation efforts by limiting the size of new pools that could be built in homes to 600 square feet.
Yeah, okay, that part sucks. That part definitely sucks. And deep. You can't go more than like
And
a
if you
few-
water your
4 feet
lawn
deep.
on the wrong day or time, you risk getting fined
60
anywhere from 40 up
You can't go like 9-10 feet like you used to be able to unless the pool has already been built before the time that law changed. So you can have a grandfathered in like super huge pool, but you can't just make one that's like super deep like that. You're just wasting water. So I get that. That sucks, but that's reasonable though. I mean, you can't be ridiculous.
to $5,000 for water waste fees. In the 20-year stretch from 2002 to 2022, the Las Vegas area was able to add over 750,000 new residents, including yours truly, but the area was able to use 26% less water. The way this happened was through mandatory conservation efforts. But here's the thing
Yeah, it's
most
not that
people
bad.
don't know.
Nevada gets by far the smallest share of Lake Mead's water at only 1.8%, while California gets almost 27%. And Vegas recycles almost all of the water that goes down the drain, treating it and sending it back to the lake. Southern Nevada even built a third intake straw that finished in 2015 that can pump water from below the level where Hoover Dam stops flowing to other states and can be lowered even more if needed. But here's the thing, these rising costs connect directly to something even more frustrating that affects your health and your family.
Now, one of the biggest challenges that many people face when moving to Las Vegas is how
I know that hospital too.
difficult it can be to see the right doctor.
Dude, healthcare
Trying to find
anywhere is going to be trash. Like we're like
someone
within
you
the
like.
US.
No, what I'm referring to
sorry.
is trying to find anyone who's available.
In the nation for active physicians per capita, Nevada ranks 45th with only 219 doctors per 100,000 people. To put that into perspective, the national average is 251.
You know what? That actually makes sense. And that actually makes a whole lot of sense. I'm gonna
per 100,000. We rank 48th for primary care physicians and 49th for general surgeons. The numbers can get even worse when you need a certain specialist. Wait times can stretch to 3 months or more for some specialist appointments. One reason this shortage
Yeah, dude, my wife has endometriosis, so we have to get a specialist for it, and ain't nobody no dick in there, bro. Some of the worst freaking doctors
exists
all
is
over
because
the place
Nevada has
here.
only 403 federally funded residency positions. Compare that to our neighbor California, which has 12 times as many people as Nevada, but 22 times as many federally funded residency positions. A 2011 Brookings Mountain West study found that Greater Las Vegas was the largest U.S. city without an MD granting medical school. The Vegas area didn't have its first one until the UNLV School of Medicine welcomed its
of hotel, casino, and hospitality employees either have their
economy. The economic pain spreads fast because so much here depends on people visiting and spending money, and no other industry exists at the same scale.
Living here, you don't feel that in any way. Like, what? How am I supposed to know that that's happening? Like you said, a lot of people don't notice. Why would I not notice? Probably because it doesn't affect me, you know?
To help cushion the blow.
Like, you're not going to know by living here on a daily basis that the strip is slow and dead. Like, you're not going to the strip every day. I haven't been to the strip in like, probably a year and a half. Like, I mean, you don't just go down there all the time and you're not noticing all this stuff.
COVID was an even stronger example of how the Vegas economy relies on tourism. Even when Nevada reopened in 2020, many of the other states still had restrictions, people were afraid to travel, and less money flowed into the local economy here.
Well, yeah, that's because that's where most of our money comes from. What do you... Oh, dude. I know that place. That's fun.
You can have days where you're leaving your shift with an ear-to-ear smile over how much money
in ways that don't make sense to most people. You walk just 2 blocks.
Oh, I work in North Las Vegas and I live in Spring Valley or whatever. And oh my God, two completely different places entirely. The worst kind of, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it, but don't like it. Don't like North Las Vegas. It's all like this. It's all ghetto. It's all
in the
trashy.
wrong direction, and everything. Wealthy neighborhoods in the Vegas area. Lots of casino executives, celebrities, and people with high net worth lived in that community. Now, the country club today, there are homes over $1 million for sale. You have gated security at every single entry point, so people do get checked before they come in. And of course, you have the golf course. All of that is right here in the shadow of the north end of the Strip.
Yeah,
when you step just across the street like I am right now, you step into an area that has been struggling with crime. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
Bro, that's all over too, though, the contrast of it like that. I mean, yeah, there's a ghetto in Vegas. Absolutely.
The residential community.
And that's where it is cheapest. So if you come here thinking it's cheap, you're going to live there, going to have a bad time, and you're not going to stay. So I get that.
You can even see slot machines at the entrance of grocery stores. Gas stations have...
If you got a problem with gambling too, you're not going to want to come over
video
here.
poker. It can
sometimes show the same pattern. You'll see lots of cookie cutter homes that look like they're basically just copy and pasted from one to the...
Yeah, bro, and everybody has a Tesla, but some of us like it like that. Personally, I like it like that. So I'll stay on that hill, but I think I'm done with this one. That was a pretty good video, though, not gonna lie. Jacob's life in Vegas. Next one's gonna be entitled College Professor Calls 911 on Herself.